What is up, everyone? Train Freak here, and today this is kind of what I've been working on. We have worked on doing some fascia, but not just fascia, but I also worked on a place where I can hold my clipboard and yes, even my throttles as I'm moving around from section in section of the layout. But I felt like I could go ahead and start kind of the fascia up over on this end. And so I still got one piece I need to work on, and that's the piece to go right here, which it's right here. I just need to cut out where the river channel is going to be. But I'm just basically using masonite. I painted flat black on it, and I attached it. You could probably see, but these are track nails, and it does hold it in there pretty well. So put in a little piece here so that way it'll go that direction, and I might put another piece of trim later down the road. I don't know yet, maybe. But this was a fun project over here because what I had to end up doing was take out all the buttons, take this down, and you can see this is how I'm holding my throttles. So I'm using a 3-bin here just to hold several throttles. I have abandoned the car card system, not going back to it. I'm more happy with the switch list and the car cards, my personal preference. But I got my studio lighting back on. It's all plugged in. I need to tuck that wire up there. But I went ahead, did the fascia all through staging, all the way to here. So this is what it looks like when you open the door. You can see black trim there. I'll eventually do black trim on the bottom level. That's going to come way later, guys. Of course, you got the display on that side. And it's a little dark in here until you get over to the layout. I mean, I could turn these lights on, but it will just whitewash the whole camera. I don't want to do that. But I carried on the fascia. And I stopped here because I want to have buildings and stuff on this. So, you know, with foundations and whatnot, so I do need it a little higher here. So I will continue this section of fascia later. I'll have to cut these boards a little wider. So that's going to have to be a custom fit, and then I can flatten it back down. This is really all I had left was this little piece, and I'm like, can I get it there? And I'm like, you know, see if I do that, because see, I always put my buildings on masonite too. See, that would not look good. So that's why I'm not putting this piece in yet. Set that back. All right, so the other thing I've been working on is these. I got my 5 bins cleaned up, but if you notice, and I'll take the clipboard out, you can see the indentions where the separators, I pulled 3 of them out, and this holds my clipboard. So let me go grab my throttle. So let's say that we're using this throttle, okay? This is a cab, NCE cab 06R. It's the wireless one. Check this out. I can set that like that, okay, guys? I've got my switch list here on my clear clipboard, or I have another clipboard. I can adjust my speed and stuff here, hit my functions without actually having to hold the throttle. And right here I have all my buttons, which right now the layout's turned off. So I plan on doing the same thing as I build and expand my electronics. I've already got my bin here. So all I got to do is grab the clipboard, set the clipboard there, move the throttle there. It's just going to make life a whole lot easier. I'm not having to set the clipboard on the layout. And I did the same thing over here for Brinkley too. So where am I going to put all the buttons and whatnot? Not quite sure. When I put the fascia up, then I will find a determined spot if I want this here. I might move this over. You know, that might get moved over there closer to the yard. Yeah, I mean, it just depends, y'all. I'm not 100% set on stone on anything yet. I did have a spot for a business way off in the corner, but I might not put it in the corner. I might put it in front of the main line of the track going back to Little Rock, or that hole over there. So I might put an industry there. And the Rock Island would be the one to service it anyway, so I'm going to kind of retweak this when I get over here, because I'm also going to retweak this a little bit. I like the overall concept, like Wilson and Company is going to stay there, and how it's set up will stay. The one difference I'm going to do on this end is I'm going to put an access over here. So, you know how I have, you know, that left-handed crossover way down there. I'm actually going to move it and put it in here and have an access going in that way. So that way the 2 yard tracks can be accessed from either that end or this end, depending on which direction your train is going. So Wilson and Company will stay exactly where it's at. Shakasit, Budweiser, and I know there's a lot of controversy going on with Budweiser, but this is back when there was no controversy, so we're not going to go on that subject. And then, of course, Passmore Gas. All of these industries will be here. And I might even go as far as adding another industry down in this complex as well. Not 100% for sure. I might not. Who knows? But I am going to kind of retweak a little bit of this track plan here. I did get the double slip finished, except for I still got to put ties and stuff on it. I haven't really worked on it much. I mainly worked on getting the points lined out, but that's the switch right there, and it's going to replace that Pico one right there. So it will go roughly right there. All right, and then I'll have another one down on that end too. So I'll end up using multiple double slips. And I know it's not prototypical, but it's mainly for selective compression. That's the only reason why I am doing it. So, but yeah, and then of course, I'll get down there and retweak it too. I did get my copper ties in for the crossovers. So I will be working on doing a double crossover here pretty soon, which will end up replacing this one. And I've already got someone spoken for this double crossover, but if he chooses to back out, then I will throw that up for grabs too. And yes, double crossovers are also not prototypical on a main line. I get it. For those out there that want to be extreme prototypical. So, selective compression, guys. This is actually prototypical, where you have a crossover, a switch, and a crossover. That's prototypical. So, but you can see how much room that actually takes. It takes up a lot of real estate. Over there, I don't have that much real estate to do. So, but one thing I am thinking about doing, just so that way I can get, you know, at least one train up and running for like a live stream. And this is going to go to a dark section of the layout, y'all. So, alright, so I've got the main line, cotton belt main line here. And this is mainly going to be the inside track, okay? So keep in mind, inside track. Bringing it this way. And then, of course, I'm going to build more bench work here. Now this, at the end of that wall, is where it turns into a 45. So this is going to be straight temporary. Nothing permanent. But continue the bench work here, over this way, and put a piece of plywood to go from there to over here. Probably to about right here. Disconnect this track right here at the double signal and run a temporary track over here, because the balloon loop is not for options. The balloon loop is for just straight running. So it would probably be, like I said, the inside track, or the one on the right, the one right above my finger, bringing it this way. So that way I could run, you know, trains on a live stream or something, and then use that outside track mainly for operations. Or I could be doing operations and we could have a train running around in a circle on the layout, which, I mean, would not be prototypical, but at least it would create some type of rail traffic. So that's really kind of what I've worked on since, you know, I've been busy with a lot of other things, and my schedule is fixing to get extremely nutty. So I'm not going to be sure if I'm going to have a lot of videos upcoming. It is summertime. I will be taking a couple of weeks of vacation as well. So, but I will try to make some videos to kind of fill in. It might be an operations video or whatnot. Who knows? So, but other than that, that's really all I got. I do want to say special thanks to everybody who gave me super chats on the live stream where I did give away Amazon gift cards and some extra stuff. There was quite a few people donated. I don't want to mention any names because I'm afraid I will forget somebody. But out of all of the people that donated, it was over $500 worth of super chats, which is insane in my book. Y'all are an extremely generous community, and what I plan on doing with that is when YouTube ends up putting that, you know, in my bank, and that will probably be at the end of July, sometime in August, I plan on doing another contest, and it's not going to be for any specific subscriber count that I know of. It's just going to be the heck for it, because I want to throw that back to y'all. So, you know, probably get some more Amazon gift cards, maybe get some other gift cards too, or gift certificates to maybe some of the different hobby shops. So that way you can, you know, get things that you want to get, and then kind of leave it at that. So other than that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. Thank you again, channel members. Y'all are amazing as well. And then, of course, all of those that just subscribe, hit the bell, you know, so you're notified on the next update that's going to come out, or, you know, when I do that contest in August. And then hit that thumbs up so that way we can get, you know, more channel awareness out there. YouTube really stops pushing your videos out when you get thumbs down. So if you're just one of those that's thumbing down because you don't like the content, I'd just rather you not thumb up. So just leave it with no thumb down, no thumb up. I would greatly appreciate it. But if you do like trying to help, you know, get channel awareness out there, you know, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. So that way, you know, others can be notified, and, you know, we can throw more contests and stuff out as well. So other than that, I'm gonna let y'all have at it. Y'all have a great week and a great beginning to summer here come pretty soon. I will be seeing y'all around, and happy railroading.